NBA playoffs started this past weekend.
So, can you check? Are the Mavericks playing yet?
The
they
Mavericks
probably just started, so I don't have to worry about a score. Speaking of NBA playoffs, the
were
Dallas.
you disappointed in Dallas going down in horrific fashion?
I feel exactly the same way the team does. I feel like
You don't care?
no big deal.
Yeah.
We know we can beat them.
Do they know they can beat them? They've lost to them all year.
I think the Mavericks know that they can beat them. I'm not saying they will, but the Mavericks know they can't. So they're going to try.
Knowing's half the battle, right?
Knowing it isn't half the battle.
Oh.
I think. Is that really what it was?
Knowing is half the battle, right?
Wow. G.I. Joe.
I predict the Mavericks go down in the first round to the Oklahoma City Thunder. We have the Jazz taking on the Spurs.
Jazz taking on the Spurs. Spurs, I think, are handling them readily.
Do you want to all three give our predictions on each series? You want to do that?
Nina, are you listening to this?
I am listening.
So, what's your prediction on the Mavericks Oklahoma City Thunder series?
Tonight?
The whole series? Who's gonna win?
I
Yeah.
think the Mavericks can win it if they just get it together.
The Mavericks are going to beat San Antonio and
I
Utah?
really think they can make it if they want it really bad. I think they'll do it. But you know what? I mean, with probably in their mind, it's like it doesn't really matter. They're only one.
I feel the same way. Yeah.
Or one championship.
So Nina predicts a Maverick victory in the San Antonio Utah series.
No. Let's go to this series next. The Utah versus San Antonio.
I think we all know San Antonio.
San Antonio. Do you have a prediction, Nina? San Antonio or Utah?
Guys, I don't know that much.
It's just so close.
Yeah.
You can't make your choice.
You have to do some more research.
You ready?
Okay. The Clippers are taking on the Grizzlies. The Clippers shocked the world, beating the higher-ranked Memphis Grizzlies.
I saw this after coming back from
20 points,
27
wow.
points down.
Wow. Did Chris Paul score all 27 points?
Historic. He scored all 27
Yeah.
with fast break layups.
Wow. Okay.
It was the first time ever that's happened. It was really, really weird.
And while he was doing that, Caron Butler broke his hand and is out for the rest of the playoffs.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
So that means the Clippers are going to win a championship, right? When Caron Butler's injured on your sideline, that means you're destined to win an NBA title.
Did it happen to the? It didn't happen to the Wizards, obviously, though.
No.
That was sad.
No.
So I'm gonna predict the Grizzlies come back here and knock out the Clippers.
I'll go with you on that. Memphis was really strong this year,
Yeah.
and the Clippers love to disappoint. They love to be overhyped.
The Grizzlies are like a grinded out team, and LA Clippers more.
Is
of
this
a,
the first
a
year
freak show.
they've had with Chris Paul?
Yeah, the Clippers. Yeah.
I think it was a little underwhelming. You got Blake Griffin.
Yeah.
You've got Chris Paul.
Yeah.
You got Kenyon Martin. Didn't they go back and get him?
Corey Maggette. Hidu Turkoglu.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
They've got Turkoglu?
And Michael Oluwakandi. So all those parts, don't really fit together, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. Up next, the Bulls are taking on the 76ers. The Bulls are up
Oh,
again.
yeah. Derrick Rose, Bulls, all the way.
Derrick
All the way.
Rose is also out for the rest of the playoffs. Yeah, he tore his MCL. He's been pushing through his injuries, but I guess his body just gave out on him finally, and he's done.
Just at the right time,
Yeah.
Derrick Rose drops the Bulls. It just seems like there's no team that really ever comes out and just like, it's very rare they come out and just announce, listen, we're here, we're on the scene.
The Heat did that a couple of years ago. Yeah.
Sure, because they went to the finals.
When they brought everyone together, they had all these, this hoopla surrounding
But
the
I
team,
mean, I'm saying, with their play in the playoffs.
Oh, right. Like the Bulls did a few years ago with the Lakers.
There's been a lot of hype over the Bulls. There's been a lot of hype over, the Knicks.
The Knicks, right.
Over the Clippers.
The Magic seems like.
The Magic has always been a big buzz. There's all these teams that are supposed to be good.
Celtics, yeah.
But Celtics, you can't argue with their titles that they just won.
Yeah.
But there
they
are
also
the elite.
underperform too.
I think the NBA.
There's no elite team in the NBA anymore except for
The NBA, in more than any other sport, I think, the elite. There is an elite. You can name like 5 or 6
teams.
Period, and it's going to be one of them every year. I bet you could go back
right.
10 years.
San Antonio, Dallas, Miami, L.A. Boston, maybe you could put Boston in there.
There you go.
But not recently. They've kind of screwed the pooch a few times.
Anyway,
so you're picking the Sixers or the Bulls?
give me the. I don't know how the Bulls do without Rose. I'm sure they've had plenty of experience. Give me the Bulls.
The Bulls signed Rich Hamilton this past offseason. I think that's going to replace Rip Hamilton. Yeah.
With the face mask.
I think he still wears it. He's bald. He's no longer braided. He's bald.
Really?
Yeah. The Hawks are taking on the Celtics, and the Hawks are already up by 1.
Saw they were.
You
up
see
by
Rondo bump the ref and get thrown out and suspended for a game.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Rondo, he was pissed. He just looks weird. He's like a guy.
He's a little bit alien looking.
He's a guy that I could look at 50 different times and get a different impression every time.
Yeah,
like
that's
every
a good
time you're
point.
like, it's just something doesn't look normal. There's just something not right about him. He doesn't. I bet he doesn't. Well, I know he doesn't photograph or video well. Not that I do.
I think if you put him in some stylish clothes and maybe giving him some of that coolness can make him look decent.
Hey, baby, I'm sorry. What do your breasts think about the Atlanta? Who are they playing?
Not much.
Versus Celtics.
The Atlanta versus Celtics series.
Excuse me?
I said, what do your breasts think about the Atlanta versus Boston series?
Not much. Just whatever. They don't really think.
I mean,
they don't have a mind of their own.
I mean, if you could name one thing that they think, I mean, what would that be?
I mean, anything. They're just whatever. I mean, it's just anything that comes to the mind.
Okay, not to push, belabor the point, but I mean, if you could, just one example of something that your breasts think.
Well, I just admire being on your show, guys. I mean, you guys are wonderful, have been wonderful to me, and it's just, it's great to be here.
You're a long-time listener, first-time broadcaster?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure.
Well, thank you for joining us, Nina.
Oh, anytime. No problem. I'll wear a bikini next time.
So I'm going to predict, like I said, I'm going to go with the Celtics here against the Hawks.
I'm going Hawks. Seems like they always meet. The Hawks always meet somebody, and they're always trouble to somebody in the playoffs.
Yeah. They took out the Magic last year. The Magic are taking on the Pacers this year. The Magic are up one game. Indianapolis may not be ready yet for prime time.
They never are.
Magic are without Dwight Howard.
The back thing.
Yeah.
Is that we can get him, right? Can we still get him? I know everybody says it's over. He's signing that contract. But
same thing with the guard everyone wants, Darren Williams. It's not going to happen.
Now
with
it's
him
not going to happen.
No.
Man, this Maverick team.
What I say is they bring back and hold your horses. Don't go crazy on me, but I think you bring Nash back here. I think you have Nash and bring in a strong shooting guard. Get rid of Terry. Terry. Bring in a young shooting guard you can build a team around along with Dirk, and then have Nash at the point, and have maybe Nash have that hunger and that drive to push them to another championship. Because I know Nash wants one, and getting one with Dirk, may be the magic formula.
I'm fine with bringing Nash back, but I know everybody. I think the consensus is Terry's gone next year. Everybody knows.
Yeah, Terry's looking for a big deal. Yeah,
Terry's gone next year.
And you have Babois at the two. You can move.
But
Delonte
explain
West
to me
the
the reasoning for getting rid of Terry, who's always accepted his role, who's always done nothing but excel in his.
I think he's looking for a max contract.
Place.
Just like Tyson was, $70 million for
But
10 years.
I don't think he's looking for that. He knows he's not that. He's probably
he has 5 good years left. I think
he's looking max.
Maybe 50 for 5.
You might be right. He might be looking for a 5-year deal. I think he's got two good years. I'd sign him to a 3-year deal.
See, Terry's not going to want that. He wants security. He's a champion. Has a ring.
He is. Yeah, that's sad. Terry's probably gone, but
yeah. And finally, we have the Knicks taking on the Knicks with former Maverick Tyson Chandler.
The Knicks taking on the Knicks.
The Heat taking on the Heat.
What?
Did you see the foul? The flop. So LeBron was running back on defense, and Tyson Chandler tried to pick on him at half court, and he wasn't looking around. He didn't see it. And he got some whiplash, and after he whiplashed, he threw his arms up and he fell down. And Tyson got a flagrant too, and ejected from the game.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they were already losing pretty bad by that point. The Knicks were.
I just heard people talking about this, and they were joking about how you can't touch LeBron.
Yeah, it's pretty much. Yeah, LeBron is the chosen one. He's probably going to win MVP this year, and probably win a championship.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
I saw some great parody videos talking about NBA. This is where flop happens, with the video playing. It was pretty awesome.
That's great. So give me the Heat, obviously.
The Heat, even though the Knicks are a strong team, I have to go with the Heat also.
Knicks aren't a strong team.
They, Stoudemire, Tyson, and Carmelo.
They sound good on paper.
Yeah, Baron Davis is back.
And the Knicks,
they got destroyed the first game. I think they lost by 30.
The Mavericks should have kept Chandler. They should have paid Chandler. They should have paid Barea.
They should have cut Haywood and used that money to re-sign Chandler. That's all I'm going to say. About that.
This is a disaster. I've never seen. I mean, I'm so proud they won the title in the best way, but I think they've handled it in the worst way after.
But you're still picking them to beat Oklahoma, though. So I guess you're not fully come to terms with the Mavericks being a terrible team right now.
I didn't say they're a terrible team. I said that the back office has handled their team horribly.
Yeah.
Since they won a championship.
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely did kill a lot of the momentum.
You want to say something smart about that now?
They did kill a lot of the momentum, losing Tyson and Barea.
They killed all their momentum.
Yeah.
And anything they
Going
had.
with Haywood at center.
Anything they had left, Lamar Odom made sure and squashed.
Yep.
Lamar
Odom now plays for the LA Clippers, right? Did you hear he said he's not going to be on the Kardashians? Yeah, it's over. What do you think about that, Nina? The end of Khloe and Lamar?
Nina?
Yes.
What do you think about the end of Khloe and Lamar? Their show is over. They've been canceled. They've been canned.
Can you say that one more time? For some reason, I got cut off.
No. Do you ever watch Khloe and Lamar on E-television?
No, I mean, I do hear about it, but I don't think I've ever watched it. But I know kind of like what you're thinking.
Sometime last week there came out the story about I don't know if it was a new contract, but about the contract for the Kardashian series of shows, and it showed what everybody made for doing the show, and it showed that Lamar, apparently somebody just had a baby, or like there's a child on the show, and Lamar makes as much as the child, and that's it. He's like one of the lowest paid people on the show, and that came out just a few days ago. So I think that probably had more to do with him coming out now and going, I'm too big for this show.
Yeah.
I'm not doing this.
Well, he is married to a Kardashian, though. Do you think that's any sway over the decision? Do you think Lamar made the decision, or do you think they made it together, or was it Khloe making the decision?
Well, I'm sure Lamar made it because Khloe, hopefully, no. Listen, if you're running a TV series and you don't realize that Lamar is kryptonite and is about the least entertaining human being
they probably do, right? That's why they pay him so little. Well, I think Lamar Odom may have that so bad he's good working for him.
Like the devil?
Up next is top box office results from the past weekend.